Indiana has now been added to Ohio's travel advisory. The Ohio Department of Health is recommending a 14-day quarantine when traveling to Ohio from Indiana. That's according to ODH's new COVID-19 travel advisory map released Wednesday. Other states included in Ohio's advisory include Nevada, Kansas, Wyoming, Iowa, Wisconsin, Idaho, and South Dakota. The advisory comes just one day after Chicago issued an emergency travel order for Hoosiers. And as expected, there's a lot of confusion over the pending plan to require you to quarantine in Chicago if you plan to visit the Windy City. WRTV's political insiders say this will be tough to enforce.
I want to ask you about the city of Chicago now asking Hoosiers to enter their city beginning Friday to quarantine. What does that say about us, and what does it say about what Chicago is now doing?
It's largely symbolic, but the symbolism is striking. All we've heard from Republicans in this state for the last 12 years, 14, 16 years is how much better Indiana is than Illinois on all these metrics. And now Illinois is saying, you guys can't control your virus. You can't control things. We don't want you coming into our state. And it's the same thing that's happening on the national level. Americans are not allowed to travel to Europe. They're not allowed to travel about anywhere else in the world because we're not being responsible.
Mayor Lightfoot is one of the least effective mayors in the country and has just allowed her city to run rampant over the last several months since the end of May. So I'm not necessarily encouraged by her leadership and the leadership of her state, but certainly there's some symbolic, some symbolism that goes along with this, that Hoosiers have got to take this seriously.
People travel over the holidays. People want to be with their family members and their loved ones. And I would not be surprised to see more of these type of recommendations that are coming out to people.
Can this really be enforced as people, really, it's the big city, right? People travel to it all the time.
I grew up in Northwest Indiana. It's completely unenforceable. People travel all across, but at the same time, if I'm sitting in Chicago, I understand why she's saying it. You've got Wisconsin north of you that has a similar relationship, frankly, near the state line. And so you want to try to protect people. Wisconsin's skyrocketing. Our numbers are going up. And so, I appreciate that the governor wasn't flippant about it. I've appreciated his leadership on this, particularly in the spring. I was really proud of him. I just think that now we've got to clamp back down, and nobody wants to do it, but it's what has to happen.
These are our political insiders. We thank them a great deal. And our coverage of Democracy 2020 continues right now on WRTV